From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good evening, I'm student meteorologist Luke Snyder here for your Wednesday CNET forecast. Taking a live look at Beaver Stadium, you can see we have completely clear skies right now, just a few minimal clouds over here right past Mount Nittany. But other than that, we have gorgeous conditions right now. It's going to be due to the high pressure sitting over the region currently. And speaking of current conditions, we're sitting at around 64 degrees as of right now with the feels like of 64 as well. Dew point at around 37 degrees, some great visibility and some decent winds coming in around 9 miles per hour. Looking at temperatures and dew points in the surrounding areas, you can see that's going to be the trend for much of the area near State College with these mid to upper 30s for their dew points. And temperatures are going to be a little bit more widespread, sitting anywhere in the 60s, with some areas like Johnstown sitting right below at around 59 degrees. And as we continue out into the rest of the state as well, you can see that is going to continue as well, with the 60s being the common trend, with a few outliers sitting in the upper 50s. And dew points, however, you can see up here in Erie, we're sitting at a dew point of around 44 degrees. Since they are by a body of water, they have a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere. But other than that, these lower dew points are going to be causing for drier and a little bit chillier conditions for much of the state. Looking at a bit of a radar recap, this is from Tuesday night overnight into this morning. You can see some few showers passing through the more northern portion of the state Wednesday at around 2 a.m. So very much so overnight, not anyone's going to be experiencing much of that. Might be causing a bit more of a wetter start to the morning for the north portion of the state. But as of right now in the past few hours, just very minimal scattered showers very, very north of Pennsylvania. But other than that, we've had a relatively calm day thus far. Looking at your temperature trends for the next 6 to 10 days, you can see over here to the west, they are going to be experiencing more of an increase in temperatures. But as we take a look over here in the east, especially very southeast in Florida and Georgia, they're going to be experiencing a very significant decline in temperatures over the next week or so. And that's going to continue all the way up north into the Commonwealth as well. We're expecting to be seeing some relatively stagnant temperatures for the next day or so, but then you can see they're going to be decreasing into this weekend and the beginning of the new work week. Looking at your future radar, you can see just some cloudy conditions up north, and those are going to continue through and make their way through the south portion as well as temperatures begin to drop overnight into tomorrow morning. And looking at tomorrow as a whole, you can see that those temperatures are going to again rise and sit more so around what we've been seeing right now in the upper 50s to lower 60s. But over here along the western portion, you can see we have a couple scattered showers that might be meandering their way over onto Pennsylvania as well. That's just going to be a little bit of a taste for what is in store this weekend. You can see some cloudiness coming through and some very minimal scattered showers in the western portion of the state, more so northwestern more than the Pittsburgh region, and those are going to continue through as well. And taking a bit of a wider look at the eastern portion, you can see this very strong circular motion over here around the west and midwest. You can see that that is going to be continuing through the area, and we have a little bit more of this long tail coming off, and those are the showers that have been kind of hitting the Commonwealth recently in these, for tomorrow and Friday as well. And then looking into overnight into Saturday, early Saturday morning is when the big chunk of the storm is expected to finally make some landfall into Pennsylvania as well. You can see it's much more to come as we continue through and around kickoff time this weekend for the UMass Homecoming Game at Penn State. You can see around 3:30, just going to be a complete washout for much of the state. Almost the entire state of Pennsylvania is covered in rain, and that's going to be a pretty stagnant force coming on through for the rest of the day and into Sunday morning as well. It's not until around Sunday evening at around 5 or 6 p.m. that we're expecting some clearing skies, just a few scattered showers north and south of State College. But other than that, we're going to have a little bit more of a break Sunday evening, but not for long until Monday morning. We can see we have another system wrapping on around from the north, causing some pretty wet conditions to start off the work week for Monday as well. Looking at the rest of today, you can see we're currently at our high temperature of 64 degrees with those mostly sunny conditions continuing as well, and some decent winds at around 6 to 10 miles per hour. Looking on later this evening, you see we're going to be reaching a low of 42 degrees with some pretty significant increase in cloud cover as winds begin to calm down as well. Looking at tomorrow, we have a high of 60 with a very slight chance of some light rain. I just want to put it out there. It's not for sure, but there is a very real chance that there might be some possible light showers coming through the area for much of tomorrow as winds stay relatively calm at around 5 miles per hour as well. And looking at your 7-day forecast, you can see we have those temperatures staying relatively stagnant for the next day or so. And then as that rain begins to move in Friday evening and into Saturday, we have temperatures dropping quite rapidly into the lower 50s as your recorded high for the weekend. And that rain is going to stay for Saturday and Sunday and continue again into Monday for the beginning of the new work week. And then you guessed it, Tuesday's going to be having a little bit more rain to finish off the 7-day forecast. From the Penn State Campus Weather Service, I'm Luke Snyder. Have a great night.